Time for question 1.
To begin with, thank God it's Friday the 13th. What type of summer camp would be terrorized by JSON Voorhees? A band camp, a math camp, a swim camp, or a computer camp? Okay, what'd you pick? And here's where the money is. JSON is a computing term meaning JavaScript Object Notation. I could easily explain it to you, but what do you know? We don't have the time. In the first film, the killer is actually JSON's motherboard.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Take a good look at Crimea River. Which musical artist's watery name contains the highest percentage of Earth's fresh water? Frank Ocean, Nickel Creek, Rivers Cuomo, or Vanilla Ice? So who got it? About 70% of all fresh water on Earth is contained in glaciers, ice caps, and ground ice. So Vanilla Ice has the most fresh water contained in his name. There you have it, folks. Scientific proof that Vanilla Ice is greater than Frank Ocean and Weezer combined.
Why don't we do it with 3?
Try this on for size. Ho-ho holding government accountable. And do you hear something on the roof going click, click, click? That's right. It's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each, I want you to tell me if it's one of Santa's reindeer or a news anchor from CNN. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between Santa's reindeer or CNN. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Okay, let's do it. Prancer. Tapper. Comet. Donner. Cooper. Blitzer. Blitzen. You really excel in the middle lane. Now let's keep going.
I don't need you anymore.
Up next, speaking of the dis or dat, who dis? A female ghost of fate in Norse mythology, a half-human, half-horse in Greek mythology, a flying bird dragon in Aztec mythology, or a god with a crocodile head in Egyptian mythology. What'd you guys pick? This one's not your specialty. Yep, that's a diss. Not much else to say about that, really. Introducing follow-up question. Who dat? Fans of the Bears, fans of the Falcons, fans of the Packers, or fans of the Saints? Hope you like what you picked. Hey, F for effort. I thought it was obvious it was this one. Fans of the New Orleans Saints famously ask, who dat? Round 1 is history. Let's see those scores.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you're negatively affecting our averages.
Looks like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question.
No, someone's in a hurry. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Just wonderful, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
It's time for Witherspoon or Without Her Spoon. I keep misremembering the title of HBO's Big Little Lies. Which of these wrong titles most accurately describes the real title? Alliterative Look sharp. You got screwed in the back, player 2. How's your hand-eye coordination? Well, we'll see. Let's see how that shook out. Big and little are contradictory terms, but in the title Big Little Lies, they describe the same thing, making it an oxymoron. Other popular oxymorons include Jumbo Shrimp and Charming Trivia Show Host. What? Which writer wrote that? Then it's time to fire CJ.
Las payas se moquent de moi. 7.
Next, don't take Nova for an answer. I don't have a son, but I have a sun, and I'm very proud of it for getting its life together and removing carbon from calcium, turning hydrogen into helium, producing nitrogen from neon, or taking silicon and giving back... Okay, let's take a look. It's gotta be good to get this out of your solar system. The core of the sun creates fusion through heat and pressure that turns hydrogen into helium. Some say it's not healthy to put that much pressure on your sun, but I'm one of those individuals who just can't help but constantly orbit them.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
Here we have formation according to perspiration. And oh yeah, French Cutlets Prime Tour.
It's time for a
Flavor is no scala.
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, focus up. Check out this gibberish phrase and guess what real-life piece of advice it rhymes with. Won't sweat, Brad? Sweat, Steven! And pay no attention to that punctuation. Don't freak out. So, what was it? Let's get on with it, shall we? Here's one for you. Today's secret ingredient is integrity. If politicians wanted to literally become spineless, what should they do? Julienne themselves? Spatchcock themselves? Chiffonade themselves? Let's see who got it. A technique used in preparing poultry, spatchcocking is a form of butterfly cut where the backbone is removed so it can be flattened for the grill. Spatchcocking. Didn't a politician just resign trying to do that? I'll be here all episode.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Oh, here's a good one. Type equals squiggly bracket history, comma, female, squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Hey, so BingePipe has some user data they say they acquired legally. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Can you help us figure out the identity of the user based on the song playlist they were creating? C'est la vie, Faith, Girl on the Fire. Whose playlist have we acquired? Marie Curie, Jeanne d'Arc, Edith Piaf, or Simone de Beauvoir?
Okay, who chose what? Good effort. Good effort.
Jeanne d'Arc, or Joan of Arc, was French, tried for her faith, and burned at the stake.
Man, that's some really old data.
We prefer to call it retro.
It's time for the... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Famous speeches. I hope they still teach speeches in school. Good luck. Two's got it! Nicely done, Player 2. That was a close one, but you really did win. Miracles are everywhere. Just remember...
You don't know Jack!
Oh God, no. No, I'm changing.
Something's happening to all the boys at Rosedale High. Yeah, it's puberty.
I thought this would have happened sooner.
And then you simply place the glazed donut in between the two chocolate frosted donuts, because nothing says "F off, Rick" like my signature donut sandwich.
Hey, I'm Nolan. Follow me as I travel the world with only a backpack, a plan, and a credit card that never runs out of money.
The Trust Fund Traveler. New episodes premiere during your work shift.
So your kid's bike got ran over by a car. We fixed the frame, replaced the tires, and gave it a new paint job.
But how's my son?
We left him under the car, cause he's not a bike.
Binge Pipe offers a new service where we explain to your mom what happened in the part of the show she was watching after she fell asleep.
So who is he?
Her son.
Oh, wait, what now?
What do you remember?
I remember a party. For the one guy?
That's her son.
Is he the handsome one?
Yes.
With the beard?
No. Wait. No.
I'm confused.
Binge Pipe. We're patient.
13 men and women, all living in one house, where they're forced to watch season 5 of The Bachelor, but while wearing headphones, so we don't have to get the rights to that show.
I can't believe Jake tried to...
Haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, sorry. Can you pass the chips?
The Bachelor Season 5, Watching House Season 2, only on Binge Pipe.
Special Agent Benson is used to working under pressure.
2 minutes and counting, Benson.
Piece of cake. Let's rock and roll.
But he's about to face his greatest challenge.
No, I was afraid of that.
What's wrong?
Autofill is using my old address. Looks like I'll have to enter this manually.
Find out what happens when the world's best agent tries to order concert tickets.
Is the stop sign technically in the square?
10 seconds.
It looks like
9,
there's a sliver of the sign in this.
7.
It's too hard to tell.
5, 4.
That square's gotta count,
3,
right? Right?
2, 1.
Gulp.
Ryan Hannigan stars in The Checkout, streaming now exclusively on Binge Pipe.
Detective Arlo here. What happened?
This couple was murdered in their home and dismembered in the backyard.
Have we identified them?
June and Dan Carter.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. I'm June Carter.
Yeah, and I'm Dan. We're alive.
What miserable sicko could do something like this?
No one. No one did this. We're totally fine.
You can't make this vile stuff up.
You did. You made it up. We're both alive.
We'll let the court of public opinion decide that, lady. Tag 'em and bag 'em, boys.
Okay, welcome back to Talkin' Mystery Mountain. I'm joined as always by my panel. Guys, wow, how about that episode? After facing some criticism that the show has lost its way and that the writers created too big of a puzzle to solve, they respond in a big way.
Just when you think this show is beyond repair, we're rewarded with that bombshell. I'm still in shock that Michael is a shape-shifting alien who can time travel.
Yeah, that really tied up a lot of the loose ends in a totally organic way.
Looking at social media, the episode is getting a lot of positive feedback, but there are some detractors out there. Staceface17 says, "This is how they kill off Jennifer? Are you kidding me? Hashtag lame plot device." Before we jump into this comment, I believe we have the clip she's referring to. Roll it.
I know Michael is a shape-shifting alien who can time travel, but that still doesn't explain how I ended up on this mountain. We've had 0 contact, so I want to know, how did I get here?
I have to agree a little bit with her. I did think that lightning bolt scene was a little odd.
Especially since it happened deep inside a cave.
Okay, did they maybe kill off too many characters in a sudden lightning bolt? Sure, but I think we're losing the point here.
Before Binge Pipe, there was nothing for me. Now, I see everything. And it's too much. I know too much. Why are there so many?
Binge Pipe.
Coming soon. A new blockbuster film by Binge Pipe.
We've got 4 hours before the time portal closes.
Then there's just enough time to solve the riddle.
A completely original film. We made this.
The dinosaurs are loose.
And they can fly.
It certainly wasn't made for cinematic release. Tested poorly, and now they're looking for somewhere to dump it.
The lava, it's intelligent.
Maybe I can help.
King George III.
This is something we wanted to do.
Then let me say it. In rap. Drop the beat, King George.
Coming soon.
Binge Pipe has no choice but to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, know you're a shell company.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and I'm pleased to announce the winner of the 65th Annual Plainfield City of Commerce raffle is... Hey, get that drummer boy out of here! Darn drummer boys will be the death of me. 2 players, mano a mano, head-to-head, knee-touching knee. Whoa, I'm sensing some unspoken tension here. Okay, let's see what happens.
Time for question 1.
First, the menu of your dreams. Suppose you're casually dating, but suddenly realize you want to get married. Where should you make a reservation if you want to propose in a restaurant named after a part of the brain that turns short-term memories into long-term memories? The Amygdala Deli, the Cerebellum Bistro, the Peckish Piriformis, or the Hungry? And how do we do? The hippocampus translates short-term memories and stores them for future reference. If you really want a meal to be memorable, may I suggest ordering something that will repeat on you?
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one I like to call good for what ails ya. If I made my home-brewed beer more hoppy by adding Mexican jumping beans, what would a connoisseur say about what makes the beer hop? I detect a note of bee feces. I like the aftertaste of boiling acid. It's really balanced by the... Who picked what? Mexican jumping beans contain moth larvae, which is what makes them jump or hop. I hear moths are really attracted to light beer.
Why don't we do it with 3?
And now, press A to get into formation and find your respawn point because it's a this or dat. I'm going to read 7 names. For each, I want you to tell me if it's a Beyoncé song, an ESRB-rated video game, or both. Don't think too hard. I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Beyoncé, a video game, Destiny, EXO, that was nice and forgettable. But player 1, you just plain sucked at that this or dat.
Proactive measures have been enacted for customer fidelity.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
Haha, that's correct, Binge Pipe employee Cookie Masterson. Using the screw makes it...
Fine, we'll skip it.
Now that's what I call consumer engagement.
I don't need you anymore.
Next up, better living through pants sweating. Which horror movie sounds like it could be a gritty adaptation of lifestyle expert Marie Kondo's 2014 best-selling book about her KonMari method? The Purge, The Cabin in the Woods, It Follows, or Get Out? So what'd you pick? You did a bad job. Marie Kondo is the author of the life-changing Magic of Tidying Up, the Japanese art style of decluttering and organizing, which, spoiler, involves getting rid of a lot of your household items. Nothing makes me scream more than getting rid of possessions I haven't used in 5 years. Behold, none of the mummy puns I've been presented with are any good. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. Here's one. What would you yell if you were being attacked by a mummy who used the taste sensation of umami to destroy you? Ah, what a savory way to go! Blah, the sweet release of death! I love this part. Nope, that wasn't it. Umami is when your taste buds sense something savory and actually derives from the Japanese word for savory. And as my mummy used to say, hey, who slipped that in there? I'm sick of these other mummy puns. That's the end of round one. Here's who you have to destroy.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you could use a little help. And there's no shame in that. Market research indicates that it's time for another screw.
And keep in mind, round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Player 2, your only hope is to answer quick before player 1 has time to screw. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
Now that's good game design.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Why not try Go Big Sean or Go Home Sean? Which of the following Big Sean lyrics demonstrates the rhetorical device epizeuxis? Okay, drop it to the floor, make that ass shake, shake, shake. Built a house up on that ass, that's an ass state. Whoa, make that... Brace yourself. You got the pointy end of the screw, player 2. Time to find out what you signed up for. Okay, who chose what? Hey, did you hear the one about the wrong answer? Epizeuxis is the immediate repetition of a word for emphasis. Or in this case, emphasis.
Hey, question!
We'd like to initiate a moment of playful interactivity. Would you like a question about aliens or a question about robots? Contribute your percentage of the choice now. Well, that was a waste of time. Binge Pipe will select the slightly less satisfying option.
J'ai mangé tous les œufs. 7.
How about this one? A question about aliens. What's the name of the robot in the movie Aliens? Ash, Bishop, Call, or David? Who picked what? Lance Henriksen plays the android Bishop in Aliens. Thanks to Aliens, I thought bleeding milk was normal and not a side effect of my all half-and-half based diet.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
I call this one Silver Web Surfer. What accurate prediction would 538 statistician Nate Silver make about the silver in his body? I will expel less than 10% of the silver I consume. So who got it? You killed it. Your chances, I mean. I'm sure you meant well. Here's the answer that got away. The average human will consume between 70 and 88 micrograms of silver a day, but will excrete over 99% of it. He may not get every exit poll right, but when it comes to his butt, he's always spot on. Coming up next, What's next? Okay, looks like I'm not needed for this one.
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you enjoy going up in the air and into the woods, we believe you will find this actress pitch perfect. Rebel Wilson, Anna Kendrick.
So what'd you pick? I am Groot.
Anna Kendrick co-starred in Up in the Air, played Cinderella, and sends my toes a-tapping every time she does a Pitch Perfect movie.
She's also a troll.
Rude.
No, in the movie Trolls. Wait, are you trolling me right now?
And you have just been owned.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
There is no hiding from Flip the Script. Brace yourself, we're gonna do this one back to front. Before and after. What NBC drama uses non-chronological storytelling? What Lady Gaga song has secret backwards messages? What is Stephen Hawking's book on time paradoxes? Or what is one of Jeopardy's most popular categories? Okay, let's take a look. Between 1984 and 2012, the Jeopardy category before and after was used 547 times, beating out science, literature, and potpourri. We apologize for that temporal turbulence. You may now put your brain back in the upright position. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you... Well, don't mind me then. Here's your clue. Made by a beautiful partnership. Try to remember what things these duos produced. Player 2 wins! Way to go, Player 2. You won and you covered the spread. I'm gonna make a fortune from my bookie. Oh, and don't forget...
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Hi, I'm JC, and I'm responsible for the before and after question in the game you just played. I really didn't mean to write a trivia question in reverse order. It's just when I was carrying the original question over to our game show kiln, I accidentally dropped it and it got all jumbled up. Luckily, our editors don't care about the quality of my work, so they never corrected it. Funny story, this is not the first time that's happened. This game was originally called You Know Jack, Don't You?
Thank you for joining us for this Binge Pipe bonus content.
Objection! Your Honor, this witness is clearly just a tugboat in a trench coat.
And the final rose goes to... Wait, does everyone already have a rose?
Sarah brought one from home.
Sarah with an H or Sarah with no H?
Sarah with 3 H's.
Can I get everyone's rose back, please?
Bears versus ducks. It pretty much plays out how you'd expect.
Ah, gluten!
Talk 23/7.
This is Nate Shapiro, the host of Truth Talk 23/7, the last voice of reason in a world that no longer exists. Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
I've been doing some digging into Binge Pipe and what it's really about, and yeah, I know this show is on Binge Pipe, but maybe that's just part of their plan. Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
I did an extensive internet search about Binge Pipe and came up with nothing. Nothing. How can a major media streaming service have almost no web presence? It would have to be either completely inept and destined for failure, or a super genius conspiracy capable of erasing all evidence of its own existence. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. We're going to take a quick break to sell some Truth Talk tank tops, but after the break, someone brought to my attention an ancient Sumerian scroll with multiple mentions of what I have been told clearly translates to Binge Pipe, the consumer of worlds. It's all there in clear Sumerian. Truth Talk 23/7.
Truth Talk.
Kids are a lot different these days. Just this morning, I was on the bus and I heard a young person talking about how they were having trouble building a deck. So naturally, I chimed in with some carpenter advice, but it turns out they were talking about making a dank PowerPoint presentation. I mean, has the world lost its gosh darn mind? I romanticize the past, even though I shouldn't.
Deep in the American South, there was a town with a secret.
Excuse me, can we ask you about the body found in Walter Creek?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
A secret